What's up guys, it's Adrian here and today I'm gonna show you how to play Twitch, so let's go with Bronze Blade. I'll be playing with Lulu support against Spike and Jhin. You want to start with E first and let's get to his skill explanation. So on passive Twitch's basic attacks infect his target, dealing 1 true damage per second for 6 seconds, stacking up to 6 times. So each time you do auto attack you apply 1 venom stack. And if you have at least 1 stack on your enemy, then you're able to do your E. And your E deals physical damage plus bonus damage per stack of deadly venom to all nearby enemies affected by your passive. So this is the range of your E. Within that range you are able to consume these stacks, and this is your auto attack range. You want to apply as many stacks as you can with your autos first and then press E to maximize the damage. So while you're being in range for your auto attack, just keep applying these stacks. Once you're out of range, then just cast E. But generally you want to apply as many stacks, so always try to reach 6 stacks, then press E. These passive stacks also apply to monsters and minions, so you can steal accidentally from your jungler. And I'm using Lethal Tempo Keystone because that way I'm able to apply more stacks from my passive within short amount of time. As for the skill order, you want to max E first, then Q and W last. I recommend playing with something like Lulu, Nami or Soraka, something that can help you surviving laning phase. Twitch scales so well into late game, he's dependent on items, and the most important thing is not to feed on lane and keep farming. Twitch is also great for snowballing, but you can achieve that from your jungler plays or your support, so usually it's okay if you let your enemy push and just wants to farm, and then once your jungler ganks you can follow up easily and then the fun begins. Then Q second. Q is a camouflage for 10 seconds, you gain 10% movement speed. That bonus is tripled to 30% when moving toward nearby enemy champion that is not able to see you. You can also use E to make sure that you can get a last hit, but speaking of Q, once you leave camouflage you gain burst of attack speed, 30% attack speed for 5 seconds at rank 1. And each time your enemy dies while being affected by your passive, the cooldown of Q resets. So it's so nice, you can get a kill and just snowball, press Q again, get movement speed, then attack speed. Both camouflage duration and bonus attack speed scale with rank of this ability. This is your W, it slows by 25% and applies up to 4 venom stacks. Also remember that W grants vision, so if your enemy enters bush, you want to press W there to keep dealing damage. W slow scales with rank of this ability up to 50%. Oh, too bad. And you see, I tried to apply autos first and then consume these stacks, I got a kill, nice. So with your W you want to wait until you can apply full amount of stacks, which is 4 stacks, and then press E. This helps for wave clearing before you get your hurricane. This is your only wave clearing option before you get that item, and you want to max E first to maximize the damage from your stacks. So you want to get Blade of the Ruined King first. It is nice because it grants you sustain, and once you complete that item you are able to have a better 1v1 and get more kills. You want to press Q like this in the game when moving from base, just to get to the lane a bit faster, and later you want to keep that Q once you won't need that much of attack speed because you will have this from your items. But speaking of W, the duration is for 3 seconds. You apply 1 venom stack in the moment of landing that on enemy champion or anything, and then the stacks will load up once per second, so 4 stacks in total. Not really like this, you wait till it applies fully 4 stacks, put down to low health, then E like this. And you can wave clear easily, you see. So keep doing like this, always wait for stacks to apply fully. And once you get fed, you can play a bit more aggressive with your Q, so try to use it when being out of vision for your enemies, for element of surprise. By the way, if your Q is active, you won't get revealed even if you take damage. So especially if you are pushing, it is great. So it's less likely for this bush to be warded, so you enter that, press Q. Especially when playing with something like Lulu or Nami that can speed you up, just surprise your enemy. So let's try like this, maybe it's not warded, yeah, just disappeared, so they are not realizing that. I press W, try to do it on both enemies. And like this, not able to do more. Yeah, I had to flash this because I was in the stun range sadly, so I would get unnecessary damage from turret and outplay myself in a stupid way, so it's fine. Also I'm using Bloodline and Vampiric Scepter, so I can really heal fast. Oh, there's Evelyn. I think she did her charm too quickly, yeah. Keep in mind that your Q is a camouflage, not invisibility effect, so you can still get revealed while being close to your enemies. You cannot simply pass them. Like, she could wait till Kha'Zix enters that bush and then charm him. Instead he went back. But even if you get revealed by True Sight, your camouflage won't stop. Nice one. Q again for attack speed. So after Q you want to basic attack anything, because your champion stops doing auto attacks, and then just keep doing these autos for attack speed. Gave her a heal. Nice. Come on. Yes, got it. So that was ultimate. On cast for 5 seconds you get increased auto attack range by 300 and also bonus 20 attack damage. So there are few different ways in which you want to use your ultimate. So you can start the fight with your normal basic attacks, and once your enemy starts to retreat, you press your ult to extend the range and ensure that you can get a kill. And the other time you just want to press your ultimate for bonus attack damage to kill your enemy faster. I could try with Q, he is alone, but I want to bug and get this item, as it is my first power spike and I want to hit that as fast as possible. So I could choose to press Q now, but if my enemy would stay, then let's say somewhere there I would press Q, become invisible, get movement speed and try to engage at my enemy. So especially look at the lane. If enemy support goes to ward or roam to mid lane, then is the moment to engage and enemy ADC won't be able to do anything. You see? I'll press Q. Yes, that's very nice. So Lulu is a nice support for Twitch. As you can see, something that can speed you up or help you engaging is really something you want as Twitch. While taking objectives you want to Q as well, for attack speed of course. And overall Twitch is a good champion to learn kiting, because with all that attack speed you can really just keep moving as you lack escapes. So positioning is important. You can't apply passive to structures. Ooh. Nice one. Recalling can also break your stealth. And thanks to this ultimate, Twitch is great for teamfights and making comebacks, so usually you want to wait till your allies or enemies engage, the teamfight starts, and once enemies wasted their important crowd control effects or bursting down abilities, you enter, let's say, on the backline and just finish them off with your ult. It scales so well, especially as you get your core items. So, you know. And in case you were wondering, using wards or potions during Q stealth won't break it, but using active of Blade of the Ruined King does. And for the duration, when your ultimate is active, your basic attacks become piercing bows that deal 20% less damage to subsequent targets, so you pass through others, and that's worth noting. Hurricane next. Let's queue this time, cause I'm going to farm anyways, I don't have to keep my Q. Just keep in mind with late game, don't use your Q randomly, save it until you notice that there's a situation to engage. When ahead you can snowball so fast, and if you won your lane early, if your mid laner is struggling, you can just enter river, press Q in the place where it's not worth it, and hope your laner get a kill on enemy champion from mid. I press Q again. Q again, see the snowball. Oh wait, oh, she has Zonya. Okay. They want to also, cause that was close to her charm, so you know, why should I risk? At this point I'm pressing biscuits for mana, but as you can see they are so good for Twitch. Helps in having a biscuits, helps in surviving these poke matchups. Even more annoying ones than the lane where I had Pyke and Jhin. In some matchups you are not able to play as aggressive, but when playing against something that is only peeling, then you can keep engaging with your Q. There's Inferno. Oh, that's... It has no reset yet. Can I engage if I avoid getting in charm? Yeah, don't show up yourself so quickly. As for building options, sometimes instead of Bloodthirster you can go QSS, and instead of Static Shift you can go Phantom Dancer to survive magic damage burst. Okay. Maybe we can try something, because Katarina is coming and they are making such plays, so you see, I'm waiting. And they actually surrender already, so thank you guys for watching, hope that you learned something about Twitch, leave a like, subscribe, and see you next time.